Wait, you skipped this? Buried inside the Ezio collection is a 36-minute short film that rewrites everything you thought you knew about Assassin's Creed 2. And thanks to Ubisoft's brand new May 2025 patch, Lineage is finally in 60 FPS, ready for a binge tonight. Player counts jumped 38% the week that patch dropped. So if you're replaying Ezio's saga or starting fresh, this film is now required viewing. Why? Because right here is the first breadcrumb that leads to Rodrigo Borgia, the Apple of Eden, and Basim's big reveal in Mirage. Miss it. And half the lore in Brotherhood and Revelations feels random. Stick around, and I'll show you exactly where to find Lineage on PlayStation, Xbox, and Switch. Ready? Let's rewind to Florence, 1476, Giovanni Auditore on the hunt. This is episode 1, and the moment Ezio's destiny ignites. Roll the film. Looking for the quickest way to access Lineage? Look no further. On PlayStation, launch Ezio Collection. Tap R1 to slide to extras, hit videos, then press X on Assassin's Creed Lineage. On Xbox, fire up the game, bump RB to extras, choose movies and trailers, and press A on Lineage. On Switch, hold the plus button at the title screen, tap extras, right arrow videos, then start Lineage with A PC players. In Ubisoft Connect, click Game News, right arrow videos. Lineage is the first thumbnail. Got it playing? Great. Now let's break down every hidden clue. Before Ezio ever drew a hidden blade, Renaissance Italy was a chessboard of city-states. Florence, 1476, Lorenzo de' Medici, known as Il Magnifico, rules a republic powered by banks, art, and enemies who hate him for all three. Those enemies? The Pazzi family and a Spanish cardinal named Rodrigo Borgia, already scheming with the Templars. North in Milan, Duke Galeazzo Maria Sforza is assassinated on Christmas Day, 1476. His brother Ludovico grabs power. Perfect chaos for Templar infiltration. And over in Venice, the Council of Ten Eyes trade routes, while nobles like Marco Barbarigo trade favors with Borgia's agents. In the middle of it all is Giovanni Auditore, Ezio's father, and the Brotherhood's man on the ground, tracking a money trail that links these three cities to one grand plot. His letters warned Lorenzo that the Pope and the Pazzi plan to strike during High Mass. History calls it the Pazzi Conspiracy, April 1478. Lineage places you right beside Giovanni as he gathers proof. 2 years of cloak and dagger leading straight into Assassin's Creed 2 Sequence 1. Remember, every crest, every cipher you spot in the film foreshadows Ezio's kill list, Pazzi bankers, Venetian nobles, even Borgia himself. So when you watch, keep an eye on those city emblems, Templar crosses, and banking ledgers, because they're the breadcrumbs we'll decode in the next chapters. Got the lay of the land? Good. Let's crack open Episode 1 inside the Florence Cathedral. Episode 1 opens in Florence Cathedral, Giovanni Auditore on a routine check-in, or so it seems. Freeze that column, see the Medici crest, Lorenzo's personal stamp hiding in plain sight. Historically, that crest guarded Lorenzo's private pew. Ubisoft tucked it here as foreshadowing for the Pazzi conspiracy. Look closer. The third sphere is chipped. That mirrors the real crest outside Palazzo Medici. Subtle nod to Florence's shaky politics. Now, jump cut to the crowd scene. Watch the cardinal in red. That's Rodrigo Borgia, years before Ezio even meets him. Ubisoft reused the same render here in Lineage, blending CGI and live action. Notice his signet ring, Templar cross pate, gold inlay. Blink and you miss it, but it foreshadows the Apple of Eden he'll chase for the next 2 games. Tie that back to the chipped Medici crest. Both props scream, Rome is watching, even in Lorenzo's own cathedral. Giovanni spots the spy, but the trail goes cold until Episode 2. For now, log clue number 1 and number 2 in your notebook. Coming up, we'll decode the cipher wheel that Giovanni lifts from a Milan banker and translate the very first Father of Understanding line. Episode 2 drops us in Milan. Giovanni Auditore is hunting evidence inside the ducal archives, but the real treasure isn't gold, it's this notebook, and a strange cipher wheel stamped on page 1. Freeze it and you'll see 2 rings. Typical Renaissance polyalphabetic cipher, decades before Visionaire. Lineage never shows Giovanni decoding it, so we did. Rotate N to F, and the note reads, "May the Father of Understanding guide us." That is the first time the Templars' motto is spoken, chronologically. That mantra becomes the heartbeat of every Templar plot from Rome to Baghdad. Historically, the line riffs on "May the Father enlighten us," used by real-world Rosicrucians in the early 17th century. Giovanni's notebook also hides a banker's seal. Freeze again. The wax stamp matches the Barbarigo crest, tying Milan's money to Venice's nobles. In gameplay, that connection returns when Ezio eavesdrops on the Barbarigo's funding Rodrigo's Vatican grab. Law clue number 3 then. The cipher wheel confirms Templars are bankrolling every city-state hit. Law clue number 4. The Father of Understanding line is born. But Giovanni's trail is about to go dark. Episode 3 shifts from politics to blood, starting with swords laid in a Templar cross. Smash like if decrypted lore is your thing and hit subscribe so the algorithm doesn't Templar mind wipe you. Episode 3 opens with steel in the moonlight, swords laid in a perfect cross pate. That's the Templar emblem, first time it appears chronologically. Freeze again. Giovanni's hidden blade posture exactly mirrors the animation Ezio will use in Sequence 1 of AC2. Ubisoft recycled the mocap to telegraph Bloodline's skill, subtle storytelling most players never notice. Lore clue number 6. The cross predicts Borgias' Vatican assault. Lore clue number 7. The mirrored stance passes the assassin craft from father to son. 7 clues cracked, 3 episodes down. Rewatch Lineage? Can you spot any micro details we missed? Smash like for more blink and you miss it lore and sub so you don't miss the full Ezio Platinum guide.